Hello guys, let's look at the math history Mesopotamian times this time. Mesopotamians. Okay. So what did we have? What did they do in that time? So they used similar to place value system, but it was a sexagesimal system based on 60. For ones, for units, for one they used y, and for 10 they used less than symbol. For example, for 32 they would have written 3 of this symbol that represents 30, and then they would have put y, the letter y, twice for 2, right? And for 870 they would have figured out what this is in terms of 60s. So how many 60s do we have? We have 14 times 60 plus 30, for example, and this is 840. This is 30. Adding them gives you 870. And the way to represent that, they would have done 14. They would have written 14. So that's 1, 10. Okay, the letter y. Add the letter less than. That's 10, and then 4 ones. That would represent 14. And then the plus the 30. They don't put plus, of course, in their notation. And the 30 is written like 3 of these less than symbols. Okay, so this is 6. This is 30. Again, when they see that, this is based on 60, right? So there are 14 60s in other words, and this would represent 840 for them. And then the 30 is here. Combining that gives them 870. Okay, and if they wanted to write 8492, they would have first known that this is 2 times 60 squared plus 21 times 60 plus 32. Okay, would have written 2, which is y, and then the 21 times 60, they would have just written 21, which is less than y, and then plus the 32. 32 would have been same as in the first part, 3 less than symbols and then 2 y's. Okay, so they would have always gone in this order. So if it was a bigger number, they would have found something times 60 to the 4, and then another something times 60 to the power of 3, and then another number 60 to the power of 60, another number times 60 to the power of 2, and then another number times 60, and then a plus the number that doesn't depend on that cannot be written in terms of 60. Another constant does not depend on 60. They would have only represented these question marks, and that number doesn't depend on 60 with the symbols y and less than only. Okay, right, this was the Mesopotamians, and then we will be going to look at the Thales. I hope I pronounced it right. Thales, Thales.